Theology is an attempt to answer certain questions, such as, what is the nature of God? What is the will of God? How do we fit into all of this? Now, Trinitarian theology is the official Christian theology which makes a very specific assertion. It says that the Son of God in Jesus Christ is one with the Father, as is the Holy Spirit that flows through the church. Short version, all three persons of the Trinity are in perfect alignment. When we say that the Son of God is in Jesus Christ, what we're saying is that the character of God, the will of God, the mission of God, all of that is enacted and revealed through the person and work of Jesus Christ as we see recorded in the Gospels. That is incredibly significant for any Christian, and here's why. It means we have to take those stances that Jesus took in his day very seriously. And what are some of the things that Jesus stood for in his time? He stood for mercy and opposed wrath. He stood for caring for those in need and opposed hoarding wealth. He stood for embracing those who had been marginalized and opposed the persecution of others by those in power. He stood for the way of peace and opposed the way of violence. All that is really important for us because Orthodox Christian Trinitarian theology asserts that those things that Jesus stands for, God stands for. And those things that Jesus opposes, God opposes. So if you come across a theology that promotes the acquisition of power for the purposes of domination and maybe even vengeance, or promotes things like more wealth inequality, then it's safe to say that that theology is not about the God that we find in Jesus Christ. In fact, it's kind of the opposite.